Hello, everyone. Okay, this is your first assignment for the Living from the Heart online class. And this is going to be a guided imagery. So before we begin, let me just say a word or two to you about guided imagery so that you know, in case you haven't done that before, you can know what you're getting into and what to expect. And then we'll do the exercise. Okay, so what happens in a guided imagery is I'm just going to guide you in your imagination in a way that you'll see shortly. And there's a couple things to know about it. One is there's no right or wrong way to do it. So you'll just have whatever experience that you have, and that's the experience you have, and you'll see whatever you see. So you don't need to be monitoring yourself while we're going through this to see if you're having the right experience or anything like that. You don't need to be trying to make anything happen. Just see if you can relax and open up to the experience, whatever it may be for you, and just see what you can learn and what you see about yourself. And the second thing that goes along with that is it's good to position yourself physically in a way that is good for open and receiving. And so you have a couple choices about that. If you would like to lie down, that's often what people will choose to do. If you do lie down, I would encourage you to, do it in a way that can allow you to be fully relaxed, but not to fall asleep. If you're sleepy, it might not be a good idea to lie down. And you'll also want to have your eyes closed because then you can focus the most intimately on your experience. Okay, so let's begin. I'm going to give you just a moment to organize yourself in whatever way you want to. You'll need to be close enough to whatever device you're using, obviously, that you can hear the sound of my voice. If you choose to sit up, that's absolutely fine. And if you sit up, maybe sit up in a way that's upright, kind of like you sit maybe during meditation, and so that you can be upright and alert, but also relaxed at the same time. Okay, and so if you would, close your eyes, please, and turn your attention to your breath. Feel your breath as it enters your body and fills your body and leaves your body. See if you can focus all of your attention for now just on your breathing. It's likely that you'll have thoughts that will attempt to pull your attention away from what we're doing right now. And if so, that's fine. But see if you can just let go of those thoughts for right now, knowing that you can pick them up later after we're done with the exercise, if that's something you want to do. But for now, see if you can give yourself just this little gift of being right here, right now, being here with the sound of my voice. Okay, next I'd like for you to tune in with your body. So using your attention, just explore the state of your body right now. Notice in particular if there are any places of tension in your body. And if there are, see if you can breathe into that tension and allow that tension to leave your body as much as it's willing to right now with the breath. Feel your body breathe. And see if you can be fully in your body right here, right now. Okay, and now if you would move your focus from your body to your emotions and your emotional state. What are you feeling right now? There's no need to try to do anything with whatever it is that you're feeling. No need to try to, fix it or change it or make something go away. Instead, just see if you can fully be here right now with whatever emotional experience you're having. Practicing acceptance. Just acceptance of what it is that you're experiencing right now, emotionally. And now, if you would, check in with your mind on two levels. One, the content of your mind, the thoughts that are there. And on the other, the process that's going on in your mind. Or to say it another way, the state of your mind. So is your mind busy, focused, relaxed, wandering? Just notice that for a moment. And now notice the content of your mind, the thoughts that are there. And again, just like you did with your emotions, no need to have really any relationship with the thoughts that are going on in your mind, other than just being aware of them. Just notice them like they're clouds passing across the sky. Observing them, knowing that they're there, and letting them go just wherever they will. And now, if you would, return your attention to your breath and your breathing. Just being with your body as you breathe. Okay, so if you will now, please, in your mind, in your imagination, in some way that you know how, go to a time in your life when you were living from your heart. That could be a big, eventful time in your life that lasted for a while. It could be a little tiny memory of a time when you were just here in your life, connected with your heart. In either case, big or little, what you're looking for is a time when you were at ease, when you felt a certain kind of peace in your mind, in your heart, in your body, when you were willing, when you were eager for life and engaged with life. A time even when you were willing for whatever challenges or hardships even, whatever pain was there in relationship to the circumstances of your life, whatever they may have been. So take a moment now just to allow some time that you remember just to be there for you. Just some time when you were living from your heart that you'd like to work with right now. Okay, and so once you have that, see if you can allow yourself to fully go into that experience. Into the experience of being in your heart, connected with your heart. Being at center, in a different way of saying it. And notice, how does that feel? How does it feel to be connected with your heart? To be centered in the peace, the connection, the belonging, the clarity that comes when we're here in our authentic selves. As we did before, explore your body right now. What does it feel like to be in your body in this place, in this heart-centered place? Explore your emotional state, your emotional body, we might say. What is it like emotionally to be in this place of center, of heart-centered awareness? And now notice the state of your mind. What's going on in your mind here in this place? What is the quality of your mind? And what is the content of your mind in this place? Okay, so I'm going to ask you a couple questions now. And when I ask the question, just see what answer arises in your mind. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. There's no right answer to these questions. Just see what arises. And don't concern yourself with needing to remember the answer. Just see what's there, what shows up, and just trust that you will remember whatever you need to of this once the imagery is over. So the first question I'd like for you to consider, and again, you're just allowing the answer to arise in your mind. You don't need to think about it. Just see what arises. The first question is, where is your attention here in this place, in this heart-centered place? Where is your attention? Our attention is like a laser beam that we can put on this, that, and the other thing. Where's your attention focused when you're in this place? This is the next question, what is your relationship with your body? How are you in your body here in this heart-centered place that may be different from the way you are in your body or in relationship to your body at other times? Okay, next question. What is your relationship with your emotions and your emotional state? And as with the body, how might that be different from the way you relate to your emotional state at other times when you're not in a heart-centered place? Okay, next question. What is your relationship with your mind in this place? Do you feel absorbed in your mind, as perhaps you do in other times? Or you might say identified with your mind? Is there a way in which that's not the case here, where you're more here, more at one with the processes in your mind? See what your experience is around that. A couple other things just to notice. In this heart-centered place, what is your relationship with desire, with wanting things? Do you want things in this place? If you do, what kinds of things do you want? The last one, this is a little bit tricky. What is your relationship with this thing we call our will? Our ability to act. Is it different than it is at other times? Do you feel perhaps an opening into alignment with a will that is not yours? That does not belong to you? And now, if you would, consider this. Obviously, we don't live in this heart-centered place of awareness all the time, most of us. Instead we leave this, what seems to me to be our natural state, and go into conditioned mind, into some kind of fantasy about what's happening, who we are, some kind of made-up fiction about the life we're living in. And this place, this heart-centered place, it's something that we can practice. It's a place we can practice being. So notice, knowing yourself as you do, noticing the life, knowing the life that you lead as you do, having an experience here and in other places in your life of this heart-centered, authentic, natural place that we can reside. How do you see that you might practice being here in this place, in this centered place? How do you see that you might practice being in this place of peace and ease and joy and love and connection and belonging and everything else that we want? This place that does not exclude, that includes hardship and pain, includes difficult emotional states. How do you see that you might practice that in your life over this next period of time? And see if there's a particular practice that comes up that you would like to take on, something that is small and tangible. So for example, let's say you have a habit of worrying about things, and that worry is something that pulls you out of this place of heart-centered awareness. You might take on a practice of seeing the thoughts that are causing the worry, being aware of those thoughts and letting those go so that you can come back to this place. Something like that. See what arises as something particular that you would like to practice. And if something doesn't come up right now, that's fine. You can have time to consider that afterwards, after the imagery. But just see if anything arises right now. Okay, and so whenever you feel ready, if you let go of all of that and return your attention to your breath, please, and your breathing. Feeling your breath as it enters your body and fills your body and leaves your body. If you can, just staying in that heart-centered place of awareness, just being with yourself, being with your body and your emotions and your mind, here, just right here in the moment. And I'll invite you to stay with this experience for as long as you want or need. And then just whenever you feel ready, take your time. And whenever you feel ready, open your eyes and begin to move about. And then go to the instructions that accompany this video and get out your journal or a piece of paper and do a little journaling as described in the instructions. And then the instructions will include what to do next in terms of our class. Thank you very much for your attention, and I look forward to seeing you soon online.